But let's talk about spiritual fatherhood. So what is it? So it does get personal for me. A lot of people have talked about being called to fatherhood, and without having children, where does that leave me? We've developed it for priests and religious pretty well, although it's just researched in the last 20 years. And I think it's the summit. If you want to use Aquinas' language, it's the perfection of being masculine. It's the ultimate purpose. And I think it's simply a heroic call to live the gospel. So the Israelites, and even James in the New Testament says, we have to take care of the widows and the orphans. So it's pretty clear that the fatherless need to be taken care of. And Jesus expands it to all the vulnerable when he says, do it, when you do it unto the least of these, you do it unto me. And I think it includes your neighbor. If you want to go to Mr. Rogers, and won't you be my neighbor? And then finally, there's the Great Commission. That's go and baptize and make disciples of all nations. That's having spiritual children, and I think that's the version of be fruitful and multiply for the church. So how do we live it out? I think in its simplest form, it's simply the corporal and spiritual works of mercy. So then a question is it a universal call? And I think it is. So we start here at the center of this. We've got married men, we've got single men, we've got children and no children. And then it moves out into priest, prophet, and king. And then you have spiritual children in the spiritual household. So there are 4 roads here. So you have to, you can be single, never been married or an annulled marriage, and then you can have children or no children. And then you can be married or divorced with no annulment, and you can have children or no children. So this covers all men in all states of life. And when people are writing about masculinity, they tend to focus on fathers or priests, or it's a very sectioned off. So I think we need to have a more comprehensive thing.